if you look at how the industry is moving, we first of all we are the world's leader in business process management software and customer relationship management software and case management software. Now we have our own mobility and social social capabilities in the product. But if you look at it, all of our core capabilities that we have in the product are industry leading and industry's best. So we thought we should invest in the mobile, which is the emerging technology in the enterprise space. While the mobile is very popular with the consumer side of it, but in terms of the large corporates are just getting started with using of mobile in their enterprises. So we believe it's the right strategy for us to actually build on top of what we have, which is a very powerful business process management software, a case management software, a predictive and decisioning analytics software. On top of that, if you add the mobile aspect of it, then you are basically covering the entire spectrum for what an enterprise might need. So that was the rationale behind that acquisition. It's huge. I mean, I think Pegasystems has been continuously for the last 30 years, has been working with the world's largest and the most sophisticated companies to do a bunch of things. One is optimize their costs, or reduce their time to market, improve productivity, which is similar to that, and then most importantly, we increase the customer retention as well. By we have demonstrated 5-point increase in the customer retention for large companies. And last and not the least, optimizing the customer experience and automating the business operations is another main reason why the world's largest companies look to Pega to solve this. What we are trying to achieve with Pega 7 is to make a quantum leap in our capabilities when it comes to user interface, the user experience that one gets to feel and see, in terms of the data management capabilities, in terms of how data can become intent can become a decision can become a prediction, and then that can become your next best action, right? So you're trying to, it's a quantum leap in that area. In terms of being able to integrate with the existing corporate assets and with other systems, this also is a significant leap from the previous work. If you look at our, who we sell to, our customers are the world's largest companies. So it's not necessarily, our strategy is not geographic. Our strategy is more in terms of nature of the companies. So if anybody from India, which is large and requires all of the factors that I've described, all of the benefits that I've described, then we will definitely be working with them. For example, there are a couple of customers we already have working with in India. AAG, Tata AAG is a customer of ours. Vodafone India is, for example, a customer of ours. But it was never an intention for us to sort of categorize ourselves and saying we will have a separate strategy for India or APAC or anything as such. We are more focused on all of the Fortune 2000 companies at the moment. We have started our first operations in 2007. In August in 2007, in a small business center, and then we went on to building a small R&D center by hiring about 40 people by the end of 2008, right here in DLF, Hyderabad. Yes. Okay. From then on, I think we've made some big leaps in spite of the financial depression and the downturn that we've all witnessed. I think we've been very fortunate because the largest companies look to Pega to sort of help them overcome that economic depression in terms of retaining their customers or increasing their productivity or increasing their revenues during that tough times. As a result, all of that growth came to us in our ecosystem. So I was mentioning we were about 1,000 people in 2007 in India in terms of ecosystem, where we didn't have a single employee. Our partners and customers had 1,000 people who are certified on our products. By the end of this year, we are going to be Pega India. We are going to be about 850 people.
The headcount.
Our headcount, which is all R&D, because all of them are not, they're working on R&D aspect of it. The ecosystem for working for our partners and customers is expected to go up to 12,000 by the end of this year. So that's been a significant increase if you look at the last 5-year journey. going from 1,000 to 12,000 is a very multifold increase.
Or
No.
directed?
So we have our direct sales model. So all of our sales are through our we don't sell it to, we have partners who actually also take us to the accounts. So for example, if you look at our partner list, we have a lot of platinum partners such as TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Capgemini, Accenture, Virtusa, and so on and so forth. We have a lot more gold partners. So any typical Pega project that we sell is either sold by our direct sales or with a partnership with one of the partners. Program. In fact, if you think about what we're doing today is also to enable a lot of our partner people on what Pegasystem is all about. So we have a lot of enablement programs that we do across the world to working with our alliances team in terms of educating them on
How
I mean, that's an ongoing program. So we have a channel alliances team head by John Baron, who heads the global alliances, and we have a large team spanning all of the geographies wherein we work very closely aligned with all of these partners. We have dedicated people working with partners to constantly educate them and give them all of the knowledge that's required. I mean, all of the major Indian companies are our partners. I mean, we don't partner out to a small companies. So, but if you take the all major 6 or 7 that we have, such as your Cognizant, TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Virtusa, Tech Mahindra, I mean, all of them are our partners. And globally, we have Accenture, Capgemini, IBM, and etc. Again, I think we have to go back to what I started off with. I think our focus is really solving global organizations' problems, and I think India is part of it. So if you look at all of the geographic needs, if you look at the architecture, the way it's built for a global platform. On top of that, irrespective of which country you have, you can build your country-specific needs. So for example, AIG is another example. They use our software worldwide. But the way they do business in India is slightly different. There are some rules and regulation changes, the government changes comes in. So they basically create all of the additions on top of their global platform to bring about those geographic changes. But you don't require a specific focus as such in terms of India. Again, I think the customer service has become such an important aspect of any industry. I think at some point only the large companies were able to afford having a full-length customer service program. When customer experience is so important right now that you look at customers of today are very demanding. They want to be able to call you and get response for whatever reason that you want them to, and they want to be able to call in variety of number of ways. They can SMS you, they can phone call you, they can email you, they can send you social media is another way of even contacting customer service. So I think medium companies, SME sector is also sort of catching up because technology is what's driving that level of need in all of these companies because today's customers want it. Traditionally, we have started about 20 years back in the financial services, banking, and then we moved on to insurance and then healthcare. But if you look at a lot of the sectors that we currently operate in, we have retail, we have telecom, we have oil and gas, we have public sector. These are other sectors in addition to our original 4 or 5 that we started with have become very, very strong sectors for us globally. Because that's where large companies are able to quickly leverage our technology and get quick benefit. Again, I think one of the unique things about Pega is that we are a 30-year-old company, and when our first 4 customers were Citibank, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, and they continue to be our customers even till today. And if you look at our customer list, majority of them are in the Fortune 1000. and our strategy is to make one project successful, and then get into other parts
Spread
of the
out.
enterprise. Yes. 2014, we will release a strategy very soon. As a public company, I'm not allowed to talk about the next year's strategy. But I think, as far as you can see, Pega 7 is what our major strategy that we have come up with from a product perspective. 2014, we expect that this product will be adapted by majority of the customers and any new customers we're going to make.